I received this question. It says, I want to register with the UK NMC. Is it possible to register with NARIC Certificate? I passed my CBT and OSCE as well. I believe that you may be asking this question as well, that okay, so probably I have difficulty passing the IELTS or the OET. Can I go through the UK NARIC system to basically prove my English language proficiency with the UK NMC? So if you're also asking this question, then this video will answer that for sure. If you're new on my channel, I really appreciate you for being here for the first time. And if you're a returning subscriber, it's because of you that I'm always motivated to make new videos. My name is Seth Dakun Ajma. You can simply call me Kobe. If you have issues or if you have difficulty passing the IELTS and the OET, you may be thinking of other alternatives to register with the UK NMC. And for most people, they are considering using the UK NARIC certificate. Let me start it this way. To be able to register with the UK NMC is probably to have certain requirements in place. And, one of these is to prove your English language proficiency, either by using your training, by using your practice, or writing an English language proficiency test, which is IELTS or OET. Now, most people struggle to pass the IELTS or the OET. What this means is that they do not meet the requirements expected of the UK NMC, and as a matter of fact, they are unable to register. So it's like they try to look out for other ways to go by this. And for most people, they've chanced on what is called the UK NARIC Certificate. Now, let me talk about this a little bit. What is UK NARIC Certificate? You see, this is probably one way to prove your English language proficiency, and it's accepted by most institutions. So if you are not writing the IELTS as a nurse or as any ordinary person, or if you are not writing the OET as a healthcare professional to prove your English language proficiency, you can opt for the UK NARIC certificate. But remember, there are exceptions here. Most institutions, as I said, do accept the UK NARIC certificate, but not the UK NMC. The UK NMC only accepts you writing IELTS or OET, especially if you are from an African country, if you are an international nurse from an African country. Other than that, you can also use your training as a proof of your English language proficiency, or you can use your practice as a proof of English language proficiency. But these two I've mentioned do not really apply to African nurses. So as an African nurse, the only option you are left is to write the IELTS or the OET. I can't really tell why the UK NMC does not accept the UK NARIC certificate. But for you to apply for this, for any other purpose, what happens here is that you should be having or holding a degree qualification or higher. Once you start with the registration, they'll ask you for some documents, your educational qualifications, which I've mentioned before, your degree in nursing or degree in whatever category you find yourself. Now, they are going to compare whatever educational qualification you have on there to that of the UK standard to see whether the kind of system or the kind of education you had matches to that of the UK, and then they will issue a certificate. So the general idea is that once you have that certificate, it's something similar to that of the IELTS, that okay, you can communicate in English. It's something similar to the certificate of the OET, that you can communicate in English. So that's the impression. So most people or most institutions would want you to use your UK NARIC certificate to apply for your visa. But the long and short of it though is that the UK NMC does not accept UK NARIC certificate, even though it's one way to prove your English language proficiency. So let's hope that maybe in the future they may consider this, so that it's much easier for people who cannot pass the IELTS to use that route. Other than that, you have no option as an African nurse to sit for the IELTS or the OET. Thank you very much for being with me up to this point. I believe that this video has been very helpful. It's cleared your mind on as to whether you can use your UK NARIC certificate to prove your English language proficiency with the UK NMC. If you have not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button right under this video and become part of the family. And also like and then share this video to as many people as you can. Hope to see you in my next video.
Look, I'm all around the world. I flip the script just like an acrobatic.